Either you are positive ROI or you're getting freaking fleeced. And most of y'all are getting fleeced and you don't even know it. So anyway, this is a public service announcement from Sean V. Bradley and Dealer Synergy. Have a great day.
AutoWeb. Welcome to the Millionaire Car Salesman Podcast, the #1 resource for automotive sales professionals, managers, and owners to learn how to make money, accumulate wealth, and to all out ball out in the auto industry. And now your hosts, Sean V. Bradley and L.A. Williams.
1, 2, 3, 4.
AutoWeb.
Hey everybody, this is Sean V. Bradley, president of Dealer Synergy. I'm the creator of the Millionaire Car Salesman Group, and I am live on site at a dealership. I'm taking a quick lunch break to do this podcast and this live stream in the group. And I want to talk about these crazy ass vendors like AutoTrader and CarGurus. Yeah, I'm calling names. I just don't understand how, with as volatile the economy is right now and how things are situated, how they're taking advantage of dealerships. And I have so many dealers across the United States that are frustrated and aggravated because they're paying thousands and thousands of dollars a month, but they're not getting what they're paying for. And then part of my job as the president of Dealer Synergy is to do marketing audits, to do marketing ROI assessments. Okay. And what's happening is, these vendors are coming up with BS excuses. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just show you something. I took the dealerships' names off. So, just to protect the dealerships, because I don't want to get them in the crosshairs with these vendors and everything that's there. So what I want you to be able to do is just take a look at this right here. And we're going to pick up, I had my company come up with 4 different ROI assessments that we do. Okay. So the dealership stuff is off of here. Okay. So this is a dealership and I want you to just see, for example, AutoTrader, third-party leads. This one dealership is spending $21,000 in a month for AutoTrader leads. And then if you take a look over here, they generated about 187 leads. And they are at about $92 per lead. Okay. So for me, this is just crazy. Why in the world would we spend $92 per lead? Now, I'm going to save this. I'm going to build this up. Okay. And then we're going to go back and just, but look at this. These are the different lead source providers, as you see over here. $25 per lead, $12 per lead, $14 per lead, $62 per lead, $27 per lead, $55 per lead, $48 per lead, $34 per lead. This is absurd to me. Like $12 per lead is good. $14 per lead is good. $25 isn't bad. $27 isn't bad, but everything else, 34, 48, 55, 62, 92 is egregious. And of course, that's AutoTrader.com. Now, let's now go into, so that is dealer number 1. We're going to go into dealer number 2. Let's do number 3. Dealer number 2. Let's refresh this. And now let's take a look. Same thing. This is a different store. Okay. Let's go through AutoTrader.com. When we go down over here, $25 per lead, $66 per lead. Well, $25 is not bad, right? Okay, $66 per lead, cars.com. That's horrific. $28 per lead, not bad. True Car. $24 per lead, Auto Credit Express, not bad. But holy shit, $265 per lead. Okay. Again, let's go in how much they're actually spending. So they're spending $19,000. They're generating a pittance of opportunities. Okay, let's now go to number 3. We already went through number 1. So let's look at number 3. Let's refresh this. Okay, now when we're in here, this is a different dealership. Okay, AutoTrader.com, $283 per lead. AutoWeb, $27 per lead. Carfax, $40 per lead. CarGurus, $29 per lead. So CarGurus is not bad on this store. Okay, but here we go. Look at this one. Cars.com, $131 per lead. Cars.com, $46 per lead. This is just absurd to me. And then I want to see number 4. Okay, so we're going to go to the fourth dealer. Okay, this is a smaller dealership, but I want you to be able to see because this is really important to them, right? $142 per lead. Okay, AutoTrader up here is $131 per lead. Okay, so let me explain to you what's going on. Okay, these companies, specifically AutoTrader.com, is charging dealers an egregious amount of money so they can theoretically generate leads. Now, here's the problem is that AutoTrader and CarGurus and Cars.com, these companies are not technically third-party lead source providers. And that's their little loophole they're trying to cling on to, but it is bullshit. Do you understand me? It's bullshit. Because whenever we try to hold these companies accountable and say, look, we're spending X amount of dollars and we're only getting X amount of leads. So like, we're not a lead source provider. You know what I mean? We do more than that. I get it. I'm not stupid. I've been doing this for 23 years. I get it. They give you internet leads. They give you phone ups, but they also give you site links or MapQuest reviews or walk-ins, etc. My point to you is this, is that there's a hierarchy. Okay, you guys ever heard of Maslow? Okay, Maslow has what's called the hierarchy of needs. Okay, and part of the hierarchy of needs is it starts with like air, oxygen, food, water, but also on the Maslow hierarchy of needs is self-actualization, feeling appreciated and loved. Well, tell a starving person in freaking Somalia, oh, you know what I mean? I don't like what you're wearing, your little grass, outfit and your clothes. They don't look great on you. I mean, like, I don't give a shit about if you like me or whatever. I'm worried about breathing or eating first. So what I'm trying to say is that, yes, things are important, but certain things are more important and more precedent. Dr. Covey says from the 7 habits of highly effective people, the third habit is put first things first. Be careful of distractions disguised as opportunities. So what you need to be able to do, especially in this current volatile economy, in this situation with the inventory shortages, you need to be fiscally responsible. You need to make sure that you are spending your money with the right vendors. So let's just play some stuff out, because it's almost, you ever see that little fable, the Emperor's Clothes? And the Emperor's Clothes is basically his people told him that they made him the most incredible outfit. It was beautiful. It was priceless. It was this and that, but he was naked. You know what I mean? It was just bullshit. It was just straight up smoke and mirrors bullshit. And that's what these vendors are doing. I literally back to back with 4 different dealerships got into it with AutoTrader in multiple levels. And I got no smoke with AutoTrader like normally, but lately they suck, as my opinion, based on what I'm seeing here. If a dealer is spending X amount of dollars, and then I didn't talk about sales, because again, the sales aspect of it is not just the lead source provider's responsibility about quality, integrity of leads. It has to do with the dealership. It has to do with, do they have the right process? Do they know what to do, when to do, and how to do it with that opportunity? Do they have the right CRM action plans and the CRM protocols and the templates and automation? You know what I mean? Do they have the right amount of people? There's mitigating factors. I'm not even trying to call these companies out on the sales, okay? Which that's a whole nother conversation, because they're not where they should be either. I'm calling them out on what is undeniable. Why is it that you could look me and these dealer principals in the face and say that spending $150, $250 per lead makes sense? Here's what their excuses are. So let me train you and counter-train you. You heard of counterterrorism? This is counterterrorism training, because I believe that these people are doing terroristic things to dealership. They're terrorizing the money and the opportunities of these dealerships. So this is counterterrorism training for companies like AutoTrader and CarGurus. Straight up. Let me explain. So when I approach the rep, here's what I do first. I ask them, and I already know what's bullshit and what's not, of course, but I asked the rep very kindly, because my rule at Dealer Synergy is that if I have a client, I absolutely do not want to destabilize a vendor. Okay, my emotional opinion does not matter when I goes into a client. You know what I mean? So if I don't like CarGurus or AutoTrader, that doesn't matter. I mean, if CarGurus or AutoTrader or any other vendor is providing a valuable service and there's a positive ROI, whether I like them or not, doesn't matter. We're keeping them. Same thing with employees. I don't try to move employees out. It's easier to keep things stable than try to destabilize and switch things. You ever heard, if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it? That's what my rule is. However, to test the waters. See, the problem is just like dealers, pay attention, okay? Think about this. If you're struggling, right, at your dealership for HR, recruiting, attrition, retention, do you not think that these vendors are experiencing the same thing? I've had vendors from these companies tell me personally and tell the dealers, and it's recorded on Zoom. 100% of my Dealer Synergy vendor calls are recorded. So I dare one of these vendors to call bullshit, because I'll pull the tape and I'll air it in front of 25,000 people and show them that they're full of shit. So again, you can't turn around and play games with me, because everything is recorded. You know what I mean? So I could say shit like this with impunity because it's righteous, 100% accurate information, not speculation. You feel me? So now let me get into what I'm saying here is, I want to be able to ask a vendor, tell me what you think about the account. So let's just say dealer number one that we just saw, right? I get the AutoTrader rep on the Zoom with the dealer and myself, and I start very passively, hey, just want to check in and tell me what you think about the account. Now, the reason why I asked that is I was just saying to you that these companies are having HR crisis. When I hold these companies' accounts, I've actually had some of these vendors tell me, listen, man, we have a shortage of staff. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we have new people. Man, we're still going through training. We're sorry. Well, yeah, I appreciate the sorries, but then you better give me some credits or refunds or cancel my contract or make it right. How is it my problem at the dealership that you can't staff your company? That's some shit you need to work out. Why am I paying you retail and you're providing less than retail services or less than adequate delivery on what we're paying you for? This doesn't make sense to me. So I'll start very passively saying to the rep, hey, tell me what you think. You know, how do you think our account's doing? And then they're like, oh, it's great. We're doing good. We could do a little bit better. But I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, so let me make sure I understand this correctly. We just spent X amount of dollars on your company on AutoTrader.com, and we got X amount of email leads and phone ups. See, for me, in my opinion, I don't care about VDPs. I don't care about SRPs. I don't care about map clicks. I don't care about any of that shit. I need actionable opportunities to do business. I need something tangible, in my opinion, first. Now, let me be clear. I'm not obtuse. Is there value in VDPs? Yes. Is there value in SRPs? Yes. But just like, you know what I mean, the Maslow analogy I started with as far as hierarchy of needs, oxygen is more important than feeling loved. I'm sorry, I need to breathe first, you know what I mean? Because if I'm dead or I am, you know, I'm brain dead because I have no oxygen, it's not going to matter if somebody likes me or not. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter about SRPs or VDPs, you know, for a bunch of reasons. First and foremost, I need to have the right amount of email leads and phone ups first. Now, so these agents are arguing with me, oh, it's okay that you're spending $115 per lead. So here's my counter argument to that, right? So if an AutoTrader rep tells me, and I just had this conversation the other day, that, yeah, I see that you're spending $253 per lead. Let me repeat that. Yes. And they say it to me with a straight face. I don't know if they practice shit with a mirror. They got some like ninja training over there or something. Like I said, this is counterterrorism training, is that they're going to actually have the audacity to say to me that with a straight face, yes, this is good. $253, dollars per lead. And I'm like, wait a minute here. I can go to, and this is not a commercial, but this is just facts. I could go to autoweb.com or I could go to Cars Direct. And I'm telling you right now, Cars Direct doesn't pay me. I don't get any leads or referrals for these companies, right? So I could get those leads for my clients for like from $12 to like $18 per lead. So why in the world would I turn around and spend $253 per lead when I could get a lead, you know what I mean, from a lead source provider for like $12 to $18? Or again, some of them you saw were $20, $25. Hell, even $30, a little high to me, but even $30 is better than $253. And they're like, yeah, but we get SRPs and VDPs. And I say, first of all, here's my counter-terrorism response. This is my rebuttal to that bullshit, right? Is first of all, unfortunately, a lot of dealers have bullshit OEM websites that have really, really high bounce rates and really low time on sites. Let me explain. If you've got a 39 or 40% bounce rate, right? And I'm spending, and I have 1,000 visitors that go there. The second that those 1,000 hit the website, 400 disappear. That's what a bounce rate is. So all those SRPs and VDPs don't mean shit if your website's underperforming, which unfortunately a lot of dealerships' websites suck because they're OEM forced garbage, mass-produced websites. So think about it. Those whole SRPs and VDPs are not as important if your website isn't conducive and built the right way and convert in the right way. Think about that, okay? That's real talk right there. This is not crazy shit. It's common sense stuff. This is kindergarten stuff. It's basic, right? Now, the second thing is, why would I care about a hit or a lead, like a hit, like a VDP or SRP or a visit, when I could actually get a real person that's on a specific vehicle, right? Because these are used cars that I have in stock, right? Because they're usually inventory-based opportunities. That's how used cars work, right? They're inventory-based opportunities, right? Okay. And with these lead source providers, they have, like insurance, pretty much, that if you have a bad lead or a duplicate lead, I could turn around and either get a credit or I could get another lead, a replacement lead, so to speak. So again, for me, why would I care about VDPs or SRPs when I could get, for a fraction of the cost, I could get a hard lead, a name, a phone number, an email address. It gives me and my team, my sales team or my BDC team, the opportunity to call somebody or email somebody or talk to somebody. I can't talk to a VDP. I can't talk to an SRP. I can't talk to a visit first. So again, putting first things first. I need to get that there. And then I have this rep, arguing with me like I'm stupid. She's only been in the industry for like a couple of years. I've been doing this for 23 years, boo-boo. You know what I'm saying? Fall back and stop peddling bullshit. I mean, like, you guys are multi-billion-dollar companies that are out there. Some of them are publicly traded companies. And instead of, peddling bullshit, why don't you actually care about the dealerships that you're peddling bullshit to? And instead of making excuses, how about start creating strategies? Man, I dare one of these AutoTrader reps, I dare one of these CarGurus reps to say some shit back to me or deny it, because I will pull the tape and I will expose them for what they are right here on this group and in the podcast. Yeah, I'm pissed because this keeps happening. I don't understand why dealers keep giving these companies oxygen. It's basic mathematics. Okay, why spend all this money if there isn't an ROI? I'm going to tell you why. Okay. Because the way that most dealerships think about it is this in marketing and advertising is that they look at the overall. Okay, I have an internet budget of X amount of dollars, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. Okay, I spend X amount of dollars, and how many cars do I sell? And especially now with these ridiculous, grosses that are astronomically high, record breaking. I can't tell. I've seen more construction happening now than I've ever had in the last 23 years. Because all this COVID money you guys have, whether it's the PPP money, or it's the CR money, the tax credit money, or it's the high grosses, there's more money going around our industry than ever before. So they're figuring, you know what? I spent X amount of dollars and I made X amount of dollars. I'm making more money than it cost me, so it's okay. Volume hides mediocrity. Do you see what I'm saying? Me, I don't have that mentality. I'm like, I could still sell cars and make a lot of money and cut out the excess fat. I can't tell you how many dealerships I reallocate their advertising budget. I look at their advertising. I do this on a daily basis. Okay, as you could see. I look at their advertising budget and I'm saying, stop, you could cut this, cut this, cut this. Matter of fact, pocket $5,000 or $10,000 in operational cost, in fixed costs, put it back in your pocket, reallocate a piece of this, okay, and you're going to get way more leads. Let me explain. I'll give an example. The other day, I had a dealership, had about a $30,000 advertising budget. We literally cut $10,000 out of the advertising budget. So the advertising budget dropped 33.33%. And I reallocated about $15,000, probably about like $12,000 of it in different things. We got way more leads at a third of the cost, and they're selling more cars. That's how math works, people. It's not magic, it's math. So again, if I would love to hear from people in this group about this situation here. Are you spending time auditing and reconciling what you're spending versus what you're getting? Now, I'm going to give you one crazy one. This is going to be a quick podcast because I'm on site helping a $1 billion dealer group right now, by the way, make more money, sell more cars more often, more profitably. So I got to get back after lunch. But I want to say this, though. One of the biggest, most egregious things that I'm seeing is the website, because there are a bunch of dealers that are cutting out a bunch of third-party providers, online classifieds. And this is the crazy thing I see with these guys and girls is that I say to dealers, here's what I want you to do. I want you to tell me how much your website costs. And here's the bundle bullshit, okay? I call it the bundle bullshit because these vendors, they bundle shit in so you don't know what's what. So they'll turn around and they'll add the core website price with the SEO price, with the SEM management price, with the SEM, budget, with the social media budget, sometimes the, online reputation, they bundle it in. I call it the bullshit bundle package, right? And so you don't know what you're getting. You're just spending $5,000 for stuff. And I'm like, here's what I want you to do. Break it down. Okay, you're spending X amount of dollars on your website. Okay, now let's just say your core website was, just to say it's $1,500. Just give an example, right? So if your core website is $1,500 plus, what is the basic SEO package? Okay, it can be anywhere from $500, whatever it is. Okay, but let's just say you have they upsold you to the Mac Daddy SEO package. That's another $1,000. Okay, so it's $1,000. So now we're up to $2,500. Now, what if there is an SEM, which is a pay-per-click management budget? Usually that's a flat rate or it's a percentage of your budget. Okay, I'm going to be conservative. Let's just call that like $9.95, right? Okay, so now we're up to $34.95 on a website. Then, okay, let's just say that you have a $5,000, which is very modest, pay-per-click budget. Okay, now we're up to $8,495. Now you have to add all APIs. APIs means like your widgets, like your trade-in tool. So if you've got like a tool like Trade Pending or what do you call it, like a True Car Trade or any of those type of tools. Again, I'm going to just be modest and just say $9.95 because there's some that are more. What about a chat tool? Okay, or a digital retailing tool? Let's just put another $1,500 there. And then what about a credit, app, tool? Let's just say that's $495 right there. Check it out. I'm at $11,485. Now let's just say that I have a social media ad spend. Let's just call that $3,000. Okay, so holy smokes, I am up to $14,485. Now, the reason why I'm tracking all this stuff is this. How do you track ROI on your website? Because everything I just mentioned is for your website, right? And everything that drives traffic to your website. So guess what you need to do? And this is the come to the reality check right here, is I just go in and I find out how many leads that I generate off of all that endeavor. And I'm talking about, and this is where you take out all your third-party leads. You take out all your online classified leads. You take out all your OEM leads, right? You don't put data mining, equity mining, all that other bullshit. All you're going to count are the leads that come from your dealership website or the call tracking number from your website, right? And so what happens is this. Dealers that spend like about $15,000 on their website and all the shit that drives traffic to their website, they might divide that by, let's just say, 120 leads. Guess what? You could have an average of $120 or $125 per lead. And when I showed that to dealers, they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yes, if you add up everything that you're spending on your website and these tools and all this shit that you've got, right? All this bundle bullshit, right? And it's really simple. If you look at what that generates in email leads and phone ups, just divide those leads generated by what the cost it was to get there. And then it's either good or it's not. Remember, you're either pregnant or not pregnant. There's no half pregnant. Either you are positive ROI or you're getting freaking fleeced. And most of y'all are getting fleeced and you don't even know it. So anyway, this is a public service announcement from Sean V. Bradley and Dealer Synergy. Have a great day.
Sean Bradley, CSP, and similar to the letters, no one can do it better. And y'all can be mad, but he ain't lie. Holding vendors accountable and we ain't shy. This is just the first half of
podcast. Next week, we got a dealer that's not happy with y'all cats. So we gon' hold the vendor feet to the fire for that ROI. We gon' see if you lie. We naming names, dawg. We ain't scared of nobody. And we ain't playing, y'all. Something gotta change, y'all. Gone are the days that you said you provide us with VDPs and SRPs, man. We need real life customer connections, cause everything else, it ain't BS, just extra. Let me tell you dudes what we do to protect us. Shoot at you vendors like movie directors. It's just a podcast though. See, I don't want to hear nobody talking no nonsense about, oh, they shooting. I said like movie directors. Stupid. We're gonna expose you. Like and subscribe and share and all that good stuff. If you enjoyed this podcast, then make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave us a review. Let some other folks know about it. Oh, and don't forget to join the Millionaire Car Salesman group on Facebook. We'll see you there.